Hello, folks. Yeah, we're doing great. We're starting the stream with all four dudes
Hello,
here.
folks.
I think. Yeah, we're doing great.
Start
we're
of a new
starting
streak.
the
I think it's been a
stream
couple
with
times
all
since,
four dudes
hello,
here.
folks.
I think all four dudes. However, one of them doesn't have a camera, so that's awesome. Donate via Super
dedication.
Chat down below.
dudes.
However,
Donate
one of them
via
doesn't have a
Super
camera,
Chat,
so that's
like
awesome.
and subscribe.
Donate
Hey,
via
dedication.
Super Chat down below.
to
Ensure that we all get Howard a camera so we can see how he's doing. But I'm doing great, PC. Wonderful weather we're having, and college football's out. I did nothing but that today. So, yeah, great.
It looks like the Olympics have begun. It looks like the MLB is getting into the trade season. And it looks like NFL football is right around the corner. And I cannot wait for the start of football. Let me tell you that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so my Apple Mac that I usually use for my camera, it
Yes,
just ain't
sir.
working with me today.
Yeah,
I'm
so
one of those
my
conspiracy
Apple
theory guys. I've tried to do everything that, like, I think is a problem, and I'm just connecting the dots, but it ends up being another problem every other turn of the corner. So, yeah, we're rolling without a camera today again. Other than that, though, we're not doing too bad. You know, we got the weather outside doing a little rainy over in St. Louis, actually, but it hasn't been too bad. I've been productive and getting things done, and I've been watching the Olympics as well. We've had the Olympics almost everywhere I've gone, I feel like, and yeah, it's been pretty cool to watch that, and I'm interested to kind of get what all has been going on recently. And I'm glad to be back. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's
Your
not
mic
been
is
too
fine,
bad.
PC.
Yeah. I've been watching
All right. Yeah.
some
It's
kind of
your mic-
sports I've not even watched before. I watched canoes like slalom, which is an insane sport where like it's basically like just this crazy river that this canoe goes down and you have to go through all these obstacles and everything, and like that's been pretty crazy to watch, like how people can do that. But other than that, I've been watching like the average like basketball, everything. I watched some swimming, just kind of racing there, and some soccer. Local St. Charles County native Patrick Schulte, goalkeeper for the U.S. men's team, pretty cool. But nice. I'm glad to hear that my mic is working. Then, other than that, I'm doing pretty good, and kind of just having a good time watching the Olympics. U.S. won today. That was pretty cool. South Sudan had a pretty good performance against Puerto Rico, I saw as well on the TV. So, yeah, that's some pretty good stuff going in the Olympics, and it's cool this time of year. I already think it's better than the Tokyo Olympics in terms of like kind of quality of how it started. Unfortunately, what happened in 2020, it was kind of tough to bring everything back. But in 2024, I think it's gone off pretty good so far in the Olympics, and I've enjoyed watching what I've watched.
I don't
like
think
the
they
sound
can
of
hear
that.
you. Did you do this via OBS Plus, Mr. PC?
What? Well, let's go on to the next section here. What are we going to talk about for MLB?
Oh, you want me to talk MLB? I got
Let's
about
go.
the only
Let's start
exciting
something here,
thing is the trades that have happened. I think in the past 4 days, I got about 12 impactful trades. And we'll start off with AJ Puck going to Arizona. A very, very good trade, in my opinion, for the Diamondbacks bullpen, which has been shaky. Diamondbacks have a good offense. They don't have a great bullpen, but they get their bullpen piece. James Paxton heads to Boston. Not the biggest trade because he was designated for assignment, but still a good player for Boston in terms of what the Dodgers have, of course. Randy Arozarena leaves the St. Petersburg Palace to go to Seattle to try to bump up
I
that.
called it Palace.
It was a joke. To go to Seattle to try to bump up that the offensive struggles Seattle has been having.
They're
The
like
trade
the
that I
worst.
don't think anybody's. Yeah, the trade that nobody's talking about is the Zach Eflin trade to the Orioles. I think that just got shoved under the rug, and I was like, wait a second, this happened. I mean, I know Zach
I think the
Eflin
Hayes
hasn't
trade is bigger than the Zach Eflin one, though. I think that's what overshadowed it because I think
Little
the Phillies
bit-
got a good one.
yeah.
And Austin
been a
Hayes.
little bit bigger. Well, we'll talk about the Phillies, but Zach Eflin, he's been okay this year, and he goes to the O's just to give him a little bit of backup on the starting pitching. Yimi, is it Yimi Garcia? Yimi
Yimi.
Garcia.
Yimi.
He goes to
Yimi
the
Garcia.
Mets. Goes to the Mets. The Mets are buyers now. They are not.
No, he went to the
Or-
Mariners too.
Oh, he went to the
He's
Mariners.
Mariners.
My bad. Mariners.
Fucking
Ri-
idiot.
Wrong M.
This is our
Ryan-
MLB guy.
It's my bad.
Ryan Stanek.
Ryan Stanek goes to the Mets. It was that trade that happened. I like Ryan Stanek a lot. He'll give the Mets a lot of bullpen pieces.
Oh yeah, he's pitched 4 innings. He gave up 2 home runs.
He's still a decent pitcher. I know he gave up 2 home runs, but still. Nate Pearson is heading to the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are buyers now, even though I don't like them, and they also beat the Royals. So
Team
I'm
is
just a
Kyle
little
gonna say that
upset.
for.
And of course, Jazz Chisholm goes to the New York Yankees after the New
I
York
guess they're
Yankees.
buyer-nays. I guess they're buyers now.
They need to. They literally they have money like that the Angels didn't when they had Otani and Trout. They literally had Soto and Judge just bashing, and their pitchers can't even hold a damn like 500
No.
jokes.
Jazz is going to the Yankees. I don't. Yeah, but too much. The Yankees gave up a lot. New York, after they said that they don't want Jazz, they get Jazz. Carlos Estevez goes to the Phillies. New York, after they said that they don't closer in a way, but he's going to be a great bullpen piece for the Phillies. Jesse Winker goes to the Mets. Thank you guys. Gave up your 23rd overall prospect in the Mets system for him?
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot about what we gave up for him. I was still looking for that.
Not a bad.
It is all about the Mets. But Jesse Winker has been rumored to the Mets for
not a
the
bad-
last 4 or 5 years. It is all ever since he was with the Reds.
It's still fun. When I heard that trade, I was like, oh wow, he's still kicking it. But yeah.
And then of course the Rays went on
Tyler
a heater today
Number 17
and gave up.
prospect.
Yep. Oh, are we going live now?
He's 6'9",
We're live.
250.
Are we going live now? Yes. Big guy. The Rays
He's actually
had a
kinda
big.
good.
Rays
So
had
look
a
out
big
for
day
the
today.
Nationals fucking getting a
Oh,
good pitcher from
big
the
guy.
Mets. Kyle, shut the
The
fuck up. We
Rays
can't just skip
had a
over
big-
my thing.
Rays had a
God
big day
damn
today.
it. You went to Southern Miss.
Jeez.
Kankakee,
Breaking down
Illinois.
Mets lore that's not going to matter in October.
Nationals. Wait, Jesse Winker. Oh, okay, Cardinals
Breaking down
guy.
Mets lore
Yes,
that's
that's
used
used
to
to
winning in October.
Yeah,
DJ
talk about
Stewart
Darryl
is off the
Strawberry.
roster now.
You
DJ
talk
Stewart
about
is off the
your
roster now
success
because
is
of Jesse
2006.
Winker.
Shut up. No, I'm
this is
kidding.
important. No more DJ Stewart. No more catcher
Wait, DJ
playing.
Stewart? He's
Yes,
not
he
on
was-
the team?
He just got designated to make room for Jesse Winker.
Oh, wow, nice.
So he's going down to AAA. So we don't have Fat Boy in center field anymore. DJ Stewart, I love you. If you want to be on the podcast, that would be awesome. I think someone of your build is incredible that he's playing center field in the Major League Baseball. Absolutely incredible.
You just called
All
him
right,
fat.
Kyle,
You told him
talk about Isaiah Padres now.
to-
Jeez.
the last trades that happened today were the Tampa Bay Rays getting the absolute best you could ever ask for Jason Adam and Isaac Paredes.
Yeah, Jason Adams.
Dude, Jason
Relief
Adam
pitchers,
got.
We need to question the market for relief pitchers. Relief
Yeah,
pitchers
what-
are not
this
that
is-
important. Everyone's got shaky relief pitchers.
They gave
Hey,
up
let's get
Clase
this
for
right.
Yimmy. Clase was their #1 prospect behind
just-
Harry.
They had Homer Bush
Yeah,
Jr., who they
Clase
drafted in
for
the first
Yimmy.
round last year, gone for
Clase
Jason
was their
Adam.
#1
Like, what are they
prospect.
doing? I don't know.
Behind
But
Harry.
Insanity.
they had
Unless they
Homer-
know something that they don't know.
I mean, Paredes
still,
is
it does-
under contract.
Still,
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
it still doesn't matter because you could send the worst player to the Tampa Bay Rays and they'll find a way to make him a decent
100%. Chris
for their
Morel's gonna be
organization.
insane. Morel's about to have an insane
that.
season.
If you're a Tampa Bay Rays fan, you're dealing with it every day. All your great players are gone or going to jail. It doesn't really matter.
Feeder
But
team of
I mean,
baseball.
also the San Diego Padres, the way they do business is so silly. They'll give up everybody for little success in the in the postseason. That's about it that happened on the MLB side. We could talk a little bit about the standings right now, but at this point, I don't even know why. I mean, we can talk about it, but it's not getting
Mets are
that close.
hot.
It's such a
The Mets.
the Mets are
hot.
real. The Mets are really hot. They're beating everybody. Are they still a game above the Braves in the
They
wild
lost
card
2 in a
standings? Are
row
they?
to the Braves? They beat them twice
So they're
and they lost to
below.
them twice.
So
it's
they're
the
2
Braves
games.
in the
Are
wild
they
card
game
standings
back
are
or
to the
2 games back or
Beat 'em
something?
twice
So
and
they're
they
below.
lost. Right now,
Mets are
they
hot.
are wild card games behind 1.5 from the
This is a
Braves.
Mets podcast
on
all of a
both
sudden.
sides. As it should be.
With Kyle
For
wearing
God's
a Royals
sake,
hat.
as long as it's not a Cardinals podcast.
What? So we got to talk about sucking?
Yeah, the Cardinals
No,
and
that's
Royals.
the Kyle's
have-
No.
Mom podcast.
Cardinals don't even suck.
The-
They're just there.
Like and
Cardinals and
subscribe.
Royals are. If
They're
the Royals
in
never
MLB
played,
right now.
yeah, if the Royals never played the Chicago White Sox, we wouldn't even be talking about the Royals being a good team.
Whoa.
Uh,
Wouldn't be that negative about my team.
the Royals are 9-1
Bobby Witt
against the
had a
White
decent
Sox.
year, though.
No, but Bobby's good, but everyone else sucks.
Mets
Like,
are
that's
5
just how it
games above
is.
500.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not saying anything. I'm kind of
Look at the Reds, man. The Reds are 5 games below 500 with a plus 35 run differential.
Dude, and Ellie Taylor Cruz has like a 5 WAR, and the rest of their team has like maybe 2 at best.
Who's the NL
So it looks like
MVP
Pete.
right now,
5
Kyle?
WAR, and the rest of their team has like maybe 2 at best.
Right now.
Who's the NL
So it looks like
MVP?
Pete.
Say it right now,
5
Kyle.
WAR, and the rest of their team has like.
If
Oh,
you're
no,
gonna tell me
maybe
I'm saying a
2 at
Mets
best.
player, I'm
Who's
not
the
gonna
NL
say a
MVP?
Mets
Say
player.
it right now, Kyle.
I don't even know.
If you're
Gonna tell me I'm saying a Mets. Who's the
right now.
WAR
Look at
leader in?
Whatever. Look at whatever.
Isn't
stat you
Shohei the
look at.
WAR leader? I think
Yeah,
Shohei's the
having a
WAR
nut
leader.
year, bro.
I think it's Shohei right now, but it's a pretty lame goat step like WAR leader.
It's Shohei.
I think it's
Whoa.
Shohei right now, but it's a pretty lame
You are
goat
echoed
step
up.
So we had
War-
Shohei, yeah, and it's Ellie Taylor
I think
Cruz.
it's Shohei, right?
4.9.
He
Yeah,
also
5
has 55 steals too, so that bumps it up a lot. And he leads he leads the steals category by almost over 20. So
He's pretty much what
think that
like
worked, PC.
Reds wanted to be Billy Hamilton Jr. to be. I'd
oh
say.
yeah.
Yeah. Throwback, by the way.
Other than that, at this point, we just wait for August. And then once September rolls around, it's just going to get into the nitty gritty of destruction for MLB teams. We'll see where the Royals are at. We'll see where the Cardinals are at. And of
I wouldn't be
destruction for
surprised.
MLB teams. We'll see where the Mets are at. We'll see where all the teams are at in NL. The AL has been stagnant for a while. Boston sucks at the moment.
They're fun, but they're
They're
interesting.
fun. A very
Shout out
interesting
Jaron
team.
Duran, honorary Mexican.
Other than that, congratulations to all the trade market being unbelievable. Joe Biden has destroyed the trade market yet again. Unbelievable. Will Kamala Harris step
Yeah.
up to the plate and get rid of this unbelievable trade market that we have and lower the cost?
Trump
Please,
wants
Kamala
no
Harris.
relief pitchers. Trump wants starting pitchers
Trump-
throwing 180 pitches a game.
Trump is an
Trump
old school
says starting
guy.
pitchers
Trump
don't
wants
be
starting
bitches.
pitchers
Trump-
2024.
Trump-
80 pitches a
Trump
game.
wants to
Trump
go back
is-
to
Trump
the
is an old
designated
school
hitter
guy.
for
Wants
the
robot
AL only.
arms. Trump wants pitchers.
Trump
hitting
wants to
back.
go back to segregated leagues.
Oh my.
No. We didn't go. No, we're going too far.
Says the Echo.
It was a.
And
Clip
that
it!
is where
Oh,
our
no.
MLB
And that is
segment
MLB
Is that
is
Donald
done.
Trump? Is that
Far,
Donald
too
Trump in
far,
my ear?
too far.
Says that's how we transition
Donald,
to
if
the
you can hear
UFC.
It's a great
How we
idea.
transition to fight week. Trump's favorite sport.
Is it my turn? Is it my turn? Is it my
I
turn?
think it would be. I think it's calling your name. The universe.
great-
After the
it's a
Mets talk,
great
it's
idea.
transition to
It's
fight
saying-
week. What is fight? What has gone on in fight before?
All right. We're going to share some stuff, gentlemen.
Whoa.
Window.
Top classified stuff.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. This is what's coming up. This is what just happened.
Ooh.
All right. At the O2, fucked up time for anyone who does not live in the United States, even though it didn't even take place in the United States, which is awesome. Thank you, Uncle Dana. And he even said after the fight in the press conference, they were like, can we ever get like a fight here on our time? And Dana laughed and said, probably not, which is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
And Leon was, and they're like, do you think Leon was tired because of the fight differential? And he said, I don't know. You gotta ask Leon. I have no clue of that situation.
All right, Hot Shauna Bannon beat Elise Arderline. She was an underdog. Split decision. I didn't really see the fight. Mick Parkin, who we made fun of, got a first-round knockout.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's awesome. Hunted K got
One of
himself
the
a
very
Hunted K.
few.
Dana
we
said
made
he's
fun
not
of.
doing that anymore.
Got
Got a first-round
Sam
knockout.
Patterson,
another
Hell
first-round
yeah.
submission
Awesome.
against Kiefer Crosby. Hunted K. Kiefer Crosby. That was a good fight. Mosadeus Bakias versus Marcin Pacino. The Polish guy lost to the
That's a hell of a
Lithuanian
name
in the third
battle.
round. Oban Elliott, this was a good fight. Oban Elliott versus Preston Parsons. I think that was the right call, but the Walish dude, congrats. Then we go on to this fight, which has
I'd like
a
to
lot
say
of
something after
backstory.
you say something.
Yep, Mohamed Makayev versus Manuel Cape, number 6 undefeated fighter versus Manuel Cape, who's Portugal. He fights out of what team is
And-
that? It's the same. It's the
Oh,
same
team?
team that Strickland's a part of with Eric Nixick and Francis, and
Oh,
there's a whole bunch of guys there. It's like Extreme
yeah.
Couture or something. But it's a good team down in Vegas by the UFC PI. It looks like Kape's probably going to be gone. Makayev is gone.
Extreme
Dana White's-
Couture.
Extreme
by the way.
Couture, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Makayev, Dana said in the post-fight that Makayev is done for, and the PFL is going to get an undefeated fighter. So congrats to the PFL or Bellator or whoever signs him. But he seems like a real piece of work in what I've kind of seen. He's kind of like jumped some people. This wasn't a very good fight. They had to separate them before the fight.
Dude,
And then they threw
horrific.
3 punches, including a kick, in the whole first like
Quote,
3 minutes of the
kick.
fight. It was ridiculous. Then Kape broke his toe. Who knows what that's from? But yes, Nick Howard.
Dude, okay. So this is the reason I think this may be the most annoying UFC fight in history. These dudes went at it like crazy. What happened before the fight, especially in the hotel, I'll only say that. They went and like Mokaya wanted to take a picture with Cop, and they went up and he's like for a Muslim and like show peace and everything, and went and took a picture. As soon as Cop put it on his story, Mokayev like blindsided him and nailed him in the face with a punch outside the hotel room. And there's like a ton of sources confirming this. So he just like blindsided Cop.
Including
So he
Makayev
did this.
himself.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
nailed him in
Makayev
the
said it too. He
punch
blindsided
outside
him.
the hotel
to
room.
it.
You
Like,
don't
just
do
being
that.
a bitch. Yeah, and then before
he
the
just, like,
right before the
blindsided
fight,
Cop.
and then they
Including Makayev
fought.
himself.
And
Yeah,
they literally
yeah,
like
Micaiah
fist
said it
fought.
too. He
Cop
blindsided
didn't
him
look
too.
good. I was super
Don't do
disappointed.
that.
I thought he
Yeah,
had a
and-
good run, but going into this, he looked really good. But he just really did. And then Micaiah, he has not landed like a solid hit. I think his entire. I was
No,
looking
he's
at it. I was
boring.
like, dude, he is so lame.
Did tear.
He said
And
in
like
his
doing
post
all
fight
that talk and everything.
that
Nobody likes
one of
that.
the
Like a
matchmakers
solid
said that
hit,
he
I think
needs
his
to stop
entire.
going
I
for
was looking at it. I was like, dude,
takedowns
he's
before
so lame.
Yeah, or they're just like,
wants to
if he,
fight.
yeah,
if he wants to get
everything,
re-signed, he
one of
can't
the
like do
matchmakers
like
said
takedowns or
that
like
he
I think
needs
make
to
it a
stop
boring
going
fight.
for
Looking at it, I was like, dude, he
takedowns
just literally was just on top.
Yeah, or they're just like
if and everything. And I was, this was like, dude, I was like, why is this not on the make it a boring fight? Freaking main card and literally was. And when I watched
or they're
this
just
live
like-
on my phone, I was like, dude, this could have been at the Apex. I was, this was like, dude, this why is this not absolutely the worst fight? Freaking main card. Like, I was so pissed.
or they're just
live
like-
on my phone. Yeah, continue.
That could have been on Pine Street.
That would have been a PFL fight where Continue. Going. Enjoy the minors, buddy.
That could have been on Pine Street. Jake Hadley, he gets a win over Carlos.
That would have been a PFL fight. That's not
Carlin.
Carlos. That's
Yeah,
Chowlon.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Carlin.
Cowlon? Oh,
I don't know
Cowlon
what the
from
fuck.
Ireland?
But Jake Hadley,
Crazy.
English guy, congrats. Molly Meatball, she kind of looked like shit. Bruna Brazil looked really good though. She's kind of a good fighter. She's hot too.
Do you know a
Daniel
trend
Pineda,
in these?
Nathaniel Wood.
The trend in these would make Bilal very happy, by the way.
Yeah, it was so interesting.
Decision.
There was 7 straight decisions. There
That's
was a couple good
crazy.
knockouts.
Mhm,
Nathaniel
mhm.
Wood, he got the win over Daniel Pineda. Daniel looked pretty decent. Nathaniel Wood, okay. Arnold Allen got his win on the opening, the main card, over Giga Chigadze, and he beat him on the feet too, which was surprising. Arnold
Giga
Allen,
Chad Gotzi.
yeah, he lost. He's a little bit older.
Giga Chad.
This is in
Good Chad
featherweight
Gotzi.
145. Arnold Allen, he's looking to fight some top contenders now. Let's look at who the kind of
featherweight,
rankings
too.
are. This
Yeah,
is in
Good Chad
Featherweight needs
Gotzi.
something after that.
Arnold Allen,
Frickin'
he's looking to fight some top contenders now. You got Giga
Earlier
Chigadze. Arnold Allen's right here. Ozar Ivlilov. He's still fighting. Yair. Yeah, I don't know who he fights next. We'll see what happens with Holloway, Taporia, and Ortega Lopez. I doubt he fights Volk, but maybe Arnold Allen.
Maybe the winner of a
Yair.
305 fight, Kai France. Probably
Kai
that.
Kara.
Kai
yeah,
Kara,
who's he
yeah.
fighting again? No, that's a
E-Courage.
25, dude. That's
That's
a
not
25.
featherweight?
No, those guys are fucking 5'1".
Oh,
That's
dude.
flyweight. Featherweight is Elia and Holloway and Ortega.
Oh, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm sorry. Flyweight is what I meant. For yeah, my fault. Wait, are we talking about that close?
We're talking about Arnold Allen.
Yeah.
Arnold
Oh,
Allen
featherweight.
fights at
Excuse me.
145.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought it was flyweight. The fight.
Christian
but yeah.
Leroy Duncan, the most stereotypical black name for an Englishman. That's ridiculous. Versus Gregory Rodriguez. I thought this was kind of a robbery, but
I didn't
regardless,
think Rodriguez did too bad in that one.
yeah, very bloody fight. Good fight.
that wasn't
kind
a
of
bad
led up to
decision
this.
fight.
Patty Pimblett, King Green.
Patty
Apparently
the
got-
baddie.
Patty got 200K. Dana said. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that wasn't
kind
a
of
bad
led up
decision.
to maybe because there was no fight of the night.
Patty the
What did he
baddie.
get? There's
Performance of the
something
night?
that he got. Hold up.
He got
There's something for
performance
that
of the
fight.
night, but he said he got 200K. So I don't
Huh.
know. King
Interesting.
Green, he looked like shit. Patty, he looks super good. Patty's incredible,
He
actually.
took down a guy that's good in the grappling game.
Yeah,
that was
I
pretty
think-
crazy.
I think he was just trying to like feint it, but then the inside kicks came so hard that he almost had to commit to it.
Yeah.
He
That
got
was
choked
weird.
out though, and it was pretty nuts. That you get like
He got choked out, and
Choked.
Patty
pretty
said
fast,
he
yeah.
thinks he broke his arm.
Oh, dude,
PC's
you saw
back.
a picture. Dude, his
PC's
picture.
back.
Choked out, though, and
Yay.
it was
His
pretty nuts.
picture, like, dude, his arm
got
was
choked
really
out and-
bent at one point. But yeah.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. It's just a hell of a fight, though. I mean, I like Patty honestly. I mean, I know
Yeah,
he's
that
like
was
a
a good
big
fight by him.
guy, but
interim heavyweight title. We had Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. This was a rematch of when Aspinall hurt himself and went down. Blades was doing better than Tom for the first, however long.
Yeah,
Getting
it started
rematched
off.
20
It started off
seconds.
pretty decent, but yeah, and Aspinall
No,
took over pretty fast. As Aspinall
Those are
does.
two heavyweights who like to work.
Mhm.
Maybe Derek Lewis, fucking Mick Parkin. There's a couple of heavyweights, Tai Tuivasa. They kind of wait, feel you out for a little bit. A lot of big, heavy shots, but very intermittent. These are two heavyweights that can move, and these are two heavyweights that got the fight going early. Kind of
I
sucks
think
for
after
Curtis.
that Popovich fight, this was a really good look for the heavyweight division
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. With
I mean,
Aspinall,
Blades
looking
is good.
As Aspinall, yeah, Blades
Derek
is not
Lewis
bad,
is
but
always
Blades
in a
is fun.
fight.
Yeah, Derek
I
Lewis
don't
is
know.
always
Derek
entertaining.
Lewis
though,
is
too.
fun, but he's entertaining. But I mean, at
Tai
the same
Tuivasa,
time,
he's always in a
Blades is
fight.
not
Lewis
bad,
is
but
always
Blades
in a
is fun.
fight.
even though he got
Yeah, Derek
smoked.
Lewis is always
Derek
entertaining.
Lewis. Yeah, I
sometimes.
mean, these guys get smoked. That's what happens in heavyweight.
In
though.
heavyweight,
People-
yeah, no, that's heavyweight.
You
and
have to
that's what I
judge
like.
all these
Yeah.
fights within the weight class. That's the reason we have weight classes. That's the world within Kyle, you exist in what context you
You exist within the context
What
of
are you,
everything
falling
that
out of
has
the-
been and will be.
Fell out of a coconut tree this morning or something, dog?
I did, absolutely. I took a tumble. I was, oh my goodness, and I fell.
Okay.
Are we
But
gonna talk
Aspinall
about it?
looks incredible. John Jones is going to retire after he beats Stipe.
Hopefully he doesn't get the charges, you know.
Did you
He's
hear what
getting more.
Aspinall's idea is?
I know,
In
though.
November. Him versus
I don't know about that. I didn't
Alex
like that. I
Pereira.
very much did not like that.
and
That's a
John.
lot
But
going
it's
on.
his idea, which is awesome. He's
It's
calling
cool.
out Alex Pereira.
It is cool, but I feel like that's gonna just make things really wonky
Oh,
off
dude,
the
yeah.
bat.
That's some
But,
that's some
yeah.
PFL season.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. I kind of like I like the mentality
Buffalo
by
wins.
Aspinall, but yeah. And then it's time to talk about the name we have. It wouldn't be bad. I kind of like
Oh,
I
Jesus,
like
what
the
was it
mentality
again?
by Aspinall, but it would be our welterweight champion, Bilal.
cannot
Oh,
believe
what a
this.
champ! What a champ!
This is maybe the most. I don't even want to. I don't
It
even
would
wanna
be
give him
our
gas.
welterweight
I
champion.
don't want to give him any bulletin board
Bilal.
material
Oh, what a
like this.
champ,
Not
what a
that
champ.
Bilal would watch his podcast, but I bet he would just because we'll put some bullshit in the thumbnail. It says Bilal
Hey, he's a
sucks,
Joe-
and
he's
he'll
a
be
Joe
like,
Rogan.
"Ah, these guys care.
These guys
What a
are putting
fucking-
my name out there.
I mean, honestly, one of the
Joe,
I mean,
he's a Joe
congrats
Rogan guy.
to JDM, Jack Della Maladena, for being the next welterweight champ. This is the most
Yeah.
Sean Strickland. Nick Howard has alluded to this, but this is just such a goofy. And Leon looked like garbage too.
Dude, Leon looked awful.
Oh, my-
Awful. You were like, he won round 4. I was like, dude, that's not a compliment.
It
He
was rough.
was awful.
It was
this
rough.
fight.
He
Leon,
split him open. He had the most damage. I think he did the most damage in the entire fight if you added it all together, with that
Yes.
one elbow alone. That one
Yeah.
elbow alone was probably.
I don't
the
know, that
most
takedown on
damage.
top of the head was
Yeah, I
crazy.
think
That made
Leon might
maybe
be
Leon like
announced
2
as
inches
5'11"
shorter.
instead
Yeah.
of 6'1". That's
2
what
inches
exactly
shorter,
what
yeah.
I said. 2
Yep.
inches.
On top of the head.
Dude, yeah.
it was
Bilal went and like almost gave him like a pile driver, bro. It was freaking like just go to
wait for a
images,
pause
bro.
or something.
Images. The image is so funny. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
Apparently, I can't see it, but
Just right on top.
Oh.
Doink. Yeah, bro. That's
All right.
probably.
Well, now this podcast is no longer monetary.
yeah, Thriller TV. We do not take credit for that. That was a hell of a video.
No sponsorship.
I actually called Uncle Dana. We have Dana White
But
privilege.
that is not our
so
video.
This is, the
Oh.
this is the official Dana White privilege podcast. Hashtag CTESPN. So we're okay to use that. We have the express written
Got
consent
you,
of the
got you,
NFL
got
and
you.
all constituents.
Definitely getting taken.
Asterisk.
Double asterisk. Not really. Just kidding.
Parentheses. Period.
just don't cut it right there.
Insane.
Filibuster. Coming up next weekend, we have
Sandhagen.
Cody Sandhagen versus Umar
Undefeated.
Nurmagomedov. This
And a way better undefeated than who
Oh,
we shall
yeah,
not
for
name
sure.
anymore.
Dana has said that the winner of this fight will fight Sean O'Malley next, possibly at least at 135, depending on what happens at 145. Sean might
Winner
move
of
up.
306, which we'll get to, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sidra Dumbass versus Denise Lillian. That's a good fight. Never mind. I take back that. Both Sidra Quiz and Dennis. But we have a decent fight coming up. This is going to be at 9 in the morning because it's in Abu Dhabi. Let's see who we got. Mackenzie Dern, she's hot. Tony Ferg. Nick Diaz
Ferg.
probably isn't going to fight
Vera
this year.
figure.
Shocker.
Vera versus
Shocker
Figueiredo.
for Nick
This is a good
Diaz.
fight.
I'm really
Yeah.
excited for that one, actually.
Share a Bullet. Share a Bullet's probably my favorite fighter in the UFC right now. I love it.
Really?
I'm so far in on this hype train.
He's not bad. He's not bad.
And then Umar Corey.
That's a fun
306 has been announced this weekend. At least some of the fights on it. Let's see if they have it yet. Tiberia versus Spivak.
That's gonna be interesting for the pod.
Lacey's Adesanya. Something. The Aztec background, nice.
Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban. Ronaldo Rodriguez. He's a cool fighter.
Lazy
Ozzy
boy.
Osbourne.
Easy boy.
Rojas, Edgar Chavez, Manuel Torres, Raul
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Rosas,
about the
Brian
flyweight.
Ortega, Diego Lopez,
That's fun.
Valentina Marab. Yeah, I think
Also-
there's some other fights that can possibly be announced for this that would be super cool. But
Yeah.
this is already a pretty cool card. Wait, let's count this up.
It definitely
1,
like
2, 3,
shines.
4,
the next-
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to announce 5 more fights. Dana said there will be 15 fights.
That's
So that'll be
cool.
pretty cool. But that's what we got right now for MLB and UFC. So,
Now we move
Thank
back
you all.
on to. Oh, sorry, P4. I'm so sorry. I just totally cut you off. Do your closing lines.
bet within your means.
So long, folks.
So long, folks. But we are going from UFC over to NFL with Mr. Howard, sir. We got stuff starting up here. Be looking for more content coming out, maybe because of that. But Mr. Howard, sir, take it away, man. Talk to us a little bit about the other football.
Well, I will say I am not too prepared for my NFL yet, but I can talk about some college football that I've been doing some research in. And I do want to say just one last thing about the football before we transition. Mexico got a new coach from their thing and hired also Rafa Marquez, Mexico legend, for their assistant. Hopefully that changes something, but I doubt it, and they're probably going to make me sad, as they always do. Going over to the football for the pigskin, I got my top 25 rankings. I've been doing some research for college football, but I'm going to go over that tonight. And in the future here soon, I'm going to make a list for my top quarterbacks to watch out for. So like I did,
Cam Ward.
it's probably going to be very wrong. But yes, you are going to hear Cam Ward propaganda. I'm sorry, America. But I just kid. Let's go to the top 25. And starting off, I have Louisville Cardinals. And I think that they are going to have a little bit of a decline, but I really like their defense. They return a lot of players. They got a new quarterback, Tyler Show, who he's been there literally, I think, like 6 or 7 years because of all the COVID year stuff. But he is, his final year, they got a good coaching staff. I like Jeff Brom a lot. I think they'll be good. Number 24, I got Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy trail. Going. It looks like everybody's good to go,
Ollie.
even the crazy offseason they had with Ollie Gordon headlining. But they still got everybody starting off. The best way to punish the players to play them. So we're going to go, and they'll be
I like
out
that.
and healthy. And if they stay healthy, I think their defense is a little shaky to be really competitive. But number 24 is not too bad for them. Number 23, the Arizona Wildcats. If you told me a year ago that I would be saying anything about the Arizona Wildcats in top 25, I'd call you crazy. But, oh, shoot, excuse me for not knowing the quarterback's name fully off the top
Noah
of my head.
Fifta.
Yeah, Fafita.
Noah Fifta.
Yeah, Fifta.
Fifita.
Yeah, Noah.
Oh,
We'll go with Noah.
I
We'll go
call
with
him
Noah.
Fifta.
Fifta, yeah.
Noah F.
Noah.
F.
But their quarterback is really good. They got some transfers coming in this year and a new coach. I think that they can change things around, even though their head coach from last year's good team went to Washington. I think that the coach that came from San Jose into Arizona is going to do really good for that squad, too. Number 22, I got NC State. They have Kevin Concepcion as their best wide receiver. He is really freaking talented. I think he could be a first-round talent next year, definitely. Their quarterback is Grayson McCall, who pisses teal, as he said when he was on Coastal Carolina. He now pisses red for NC State. So, yeah,
No,
that's how the
no.
transfer portal works.
No good.
Going on to 21, I got Memphis, the Tigers. They're going to be in the American, but they got a good squad with Seth Hannigan at quarterback. They got a good run game going into next year, too. Really good, talented team there. I think they can shine in the American. But I think the best team out of the group of 5 will be Boise State at number 20. They got arguably, maybe not even arguably after this season, the best running back in the country in Ashton Jeanty. He is an absolute monster, breaking tackles all the time. I mean, you want to see a beast mode-esque guy in college, go watch Ashton Jeanty. He actually reminds a lot of people of Alvin Kamara, but he is a dog. And they got a good defense this year, too. That was their problem last year, but I think they returned a lot of people. Their defensive coordinator's back. I think that they can really improve and make a run for the college football playoffs, which I'll get a little bit talking about in the future. But we'll go in 19, Texas A&M. They will be getting a good guy from Nick Stanek, I believe his name is. But he is really good for Texas A&M transfer, and I think that Nick Scorton, excuse me, he's a defensive lineman, and he's going to wreak havoc in the SEC. I think he could be transfer of the year, but he's really good. And at 18, we got USC Trojans. Their defense was their downfall last year, and a lot has changed. They lost Caleb Williams. They got a new starting quarterback in Miller Moss. And I think Miller Moss showed himself really good in the bowl game last year. I think that they got a good talented squad. If their defense literally does any better, especially with the players that they return, including Zachariah Branch coming back, being a sophomore, he could be a huge weapon. That team will be interesting to watch. West Coast. 17, I got K-State. Sorry to hear for the Kansas fans, but I think they got a good team next year. They got a good squad. Dylan Edwards coming in for the running back, and I think Avery Johnson is going to be a dog at the quarterback position. They got a decent defense, and we'll go 17, Kansas State. 16, I got the Sooners, first year in the SEC. I think they don't do bad. They got a decent team, I think, even after losing Dylan Gabriel. Their quarterback, Jackson Arnold, he didn't look good in the bowl game, but I think he's a talented guy overall, and having a full season, he'll have a lot better showing than getting thrown in the fire like he did in the bowl game, as bowl season does. But going into 15, and obviously I think Brent Venables also returns a good team, by the way. But 15 will go on, and it's going to shock a lot of people, maybe make Ole Miss fans mad if any Ole Miss fan were to watch this, but I got Ole Miss here. And I think it's not a bad team. I mean, ranked 15 and 15, but Dart's decent, but I just really don't like that defense. I mean, I think that the defense really didn't improve, but they got a lot of crazy good weapons from the transfer portal on offense, and I think that offense could score a lot, but at the same time, I think their defense will be a big downfall. We'll see what Lane Kiffin does and how he kind of directs the team in the next year, but I think Ole Miss won't be better than 15 in my opinion. At 14, I got, let me make sure. Oh, shoot. Wait a sec. Okay, never mind. We're good. At 14, I got Tennessee, the Volunteers. I think that their quarterback, their sophomore year, Nico Iamaleava, is very good. And he's going to be a talented guy that could be probably next year in big draft talks. Not this year yet because he's only a true sophomore, but he's going to be a talented stud at the QB position. If he can be, that would be huge.
Their defense isn't that great to be really much more than 14, but they got great defensive linemen, including the best defensive line prospect in the draft, James Pierce Jr. He is a huge beast. I think he's going to be a stud in the NFL, but he's going to be having his junior year, I believe, on Tennessee, and he's a solid player for them. Number 13, maybe make these fans mad as well, but I have Mizzou here. I think that they're still a good team. They got a lot of players returning. Luther Burden, arguably the best receiver in the country. He is a dog for the Tigers, and they got good Theo Weiss for their receiving core as well. I think they got a great offense, but their defense really just doesn't seem to move for me. They lost some players on defense as well, and I just think overall this team really is going to move up much from what they did last year. If anything, just move down a little to 13, and I think that's not a bad finish for them. 12 is the Utes. I think that this is probably the best team in the Big 12 this year. I think they really got it going here down in Utah, and transferring from the Pac-12 to the Big 12 is going to be interesting for their first year. We get to see the BYU-Utah rivalry in conference again, which is pretty cool. But we'll have that go down this year, and I think they got a really good squad. Cam Rising literally being back for a 7th year because of injuries and COVID year. It's crazy, but he didn't play a whole year last year, so it's not crazy to say that he could not be that good, even though he's a 7th-year guy. 11, we're going to go Bama, which is kind of crazy to say nowadays, but we're past the Nick Saban era. They got a new coach, though, Kalen DeBoer from UW, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does with the offense. I think he's already done a really good job in recruiting so far, which is kind of crazy, but there was a lot of players that transferred from there, so I think that if there is a kind of slack year in a good tenure from Kalen DeBoer potentially, no bias, I think that it could be this year. And I think that he may slack a little bit, but he could definitely be a top 10 coach in the future. Just going to be a rough start, especially Jalen Milroe, who is probably going to change his whole dynamic being a passer that Kalen DeBoer kind of makes his teams out to be. We'll see how that goes. But number 10, I got Miami, the U. I think that they got a good squad. Cam Ward transfer, insane. They also got an insane transfer in Damon Martinez from Oregon State, probably one of the best running back transfers in the country, if not the best. But he's a dog. I'm really interested to see what they got. They got a great wide receiver core. That receiver core is good. The offensive line gives me some questions. If that offensive line can hold a little bit, they can make a big run into the deep parts of the college football and potentially winning the ACC. But 9, I got LSU. I think that the Tigers are not that bad this year. I don't think they're going to be way too big. I'm not expecting them to be national championship bound exactly, but I think Nussmeier's good, and that's not going to be too bad for them. But at the same time, we'll see how their defense is. They got a whole new staff, but after last year, there's a lot that went down. Number 8, we got Florida State. We got the Seminoles. I think that they could be ACC champions. They got a good squad this year. Ugalele is the only question, but I think that we get a decent DJ Ugalele, and if that's the case, the rest of this team can cook. This defense is pretty solid. They got a good receiving core. If the running back game can do good without Trey, then they can do good. 7, I got Texas, first year in the SEC. They start off hot. They had a playoff appearance last year. Quinn Ewers is still there. They lose some wide receivers, but at the same time, I think that they replace them pretty well. And it's going to be interesting to see what the defense does, but if they can score some points, that's probably a dangerous team. 6, I got the reigning champs, Michigan. Wolverines, I don't think that they're going to be that good this year. They got Alex Orji, and that's how you say his name. At quarterback, he's going to be interesting. He's a very athletic quarterback, but also very raw. Interesting to see how Harbaugh-less era starts for the Michigan Wolverines. 5, I got Penn State. I think Penn State, this probably could be their best season possible for them in the James Franklin era. I know I say that a lot, and I said that last year and was wrong, like a doofus I am. But I think Drew Allar is pretty good. I know he doesn't light up the stat sheet, but looking at the tape, he could have a big season this year. I think that's a good team. Number 4, I got the Irish. I think the Irish, they actually have a pretty good schedule, pretty easy schedule, I should say, not good. Easy schedule. Good for them to make the playoffs. There may be one loss to USC in there, or their usual kind of trip that they go is Stanford. They could slip up somewhere, but I think overall that I see like one loss in their easy schedule. Number 3, we got the Ducks. I think Dylan Gabriel is going to have an insane year after doing pretty decent at Oklahoma. And they got an insane offense that could put up potentially like 30 points a game at the least. But number 2, they got Caleb Downs from the transfer portal, and that's Ohio State. They got a lot of transfers from this year, including starting quarterback, running back, safety, who is now a true sophomore, Caleb Downs. They are looking really dangerous. Ryan Day, if they're anything less than 2, is probably losing his job. So a lot of pressure there. And number 1, I think, remains to be Georgia. Georgia is not bad. They just really keep stocking, and Carson Beck is looking to be one of the better accurate passing quarterbacks in the game next year. They got a good run game. Their defense, they had a bunch of true freshman stud a couple of years ago that are now just dogs while Brock Bowers was developing. And I think that they're going to go and just beat Georgia again. They got a good terror of rain. But my honorable mentions real quick that just missed out on the top 25. I just got a few. Kansas, I was really debating on putting in the top 25. I know I am very sad for the Kansas Jayhawk fans. I think that they will do good. And in the season, I think they will be pretty solid. But at the same time, I very much worry for that offensive line that lost a lot. And I think that the
With our transfers? With our what are you talking about? We have Bryce Foster. He was one of the best hitters that came through the transfer portal, and he's on the KU offensive line. We have four of our. We have four. We have four of our 5.
You have no run, dude.
One.
You have nobody blocking.
One.
Your defensive
One.
backfield is
That's
ass
it.
around
That's
frickin'
it.
the cornerback that you
What are you
have.
talking about?
And Kobe Bryant.
What are you talking about?
Defensive backfield, dude. You're gonna get lit up. The run game's gonna be
What?
bad. You have no
The
linebackers.
only reason that
Run,
that Kobe Bryant is good,
See if we can run the ball.
If Jalen
unbelievable,
Daniels does good,
unbelievable
Brett
that
Shaw,
KU
they
no,
were- they
it's
were
a
the top
troll.
team.
It is a troll. It is a troll that Nick Howard
Top
didn't put
25.
KU in this. No, it's
He
a
just doesn't-
complete
he
troll.
doesn't wanna-
He
he just
no,
doesn't wanna see him
he
win.
doesn't want to
We
put it
don't
in
make-
here for this reason exactly.
He's just
When Jalen
mad that
Daniels gets
the
hurt
Chiefs
again.
are really good, and he just wants Kyle
Unbelievable.
on one of our teams to be
You
bad.
no,
Because
you
I got
take
the
it
top
about the
25.
you no,
Chiefs.
you have
No,
no, you have
yeah.
taken
12 are that
the
were so
side
good.
of every single KU hater, and that is Jalen Daniels getting hurt, and it's unbelievable that
That's
they are
gonna happen.
on
Daniels is good.
out of
I'm not saying
out
that
of the
at all.
top
I'm not
25
saying
is
that at all.
unbelievable.
I don't think
Unbelievable
Jalen
that they're
Daniels
not in
will
the
get hurt.
top 25.
I think if he does good,
This is a
but there's
troll.
a lot
This
of
is a- no.
There's so much uncertainty with that.
Oh, my
but
word,
I have West
uncertainty.
Virginia out of the top 25 as well. And West
Good. They're
Virginia,
not
I
going to
think,
be
has
that
one of-
good. Yeah, they had
They
the
will be
easiest
8-win
schedule
team.
last year.
Dude, Garrett Doge
Cool.
is an insane for their running back, or Garrett Green, I think his name. Excuse me, but he is an
This is
insane.
this is
quarterback
unbelievable.
for them.
KU is.
And then
Sorry,
I
we'll
mean,
clip
they're
this,
bad.
and then whenever
Will
they're
also
really,
be-
really good this
Sure.
year, we'll come back, and Howard's gonna be like, "Oh, I said it was gonna be dumb anyways."
I would love to clip KU Jayhawks not being ranked. That is like literally
Well, I'll
plus
clip it.
1,000.
We'll clip it.
Plus
They're
1,000.
gonna be preseason ranks. They're gonna be preseason ranks, regardless of whoever says it. They're gonna be
Okay.
preseason ranks.
Sure, I'm
They
not
will
saying
be.
They won't be. Sure, but
The
they
fact-
won't finish. I don't
yeah.
think they'll finish.
That's a absolutely
There's
good
a lot of
like
uncertainty.
possibility.
There's just a lot of uncertainty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is finished.
if this is
finished. This is not
if-
preseason.
okay.
This is not my preseason.
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
this was.
I
I thought you said
apologize,
preseason.
America. No,
I thought you
apologize.
said preseason.
So,
This is
Okay,
my
this
2024.
this makes completely different sense.
Okay, I
now.
apologize.
At the
This is
finish,
how I think
this
at
is
the finish.
absolutely. Now,
Yes.
K-State being 17 finishing is unbelievable. That's crazy. That's the no.
Yeah.
K-State if K-State finishes 17, I will be if K-State finishes
you had what? Utah,
I don't think
15,
that's right now.
16
Yes,
or
100%.
17.
Who else? In the
If
Big
they
12?
finish 17th, I will become a K-State fan if they finish 17th.
Yeah,
Avery
I-
Johnson is a bum. He's a bum, and he's not going to be as
Wow.
good as everyone thinks he is. He just is, oh, I love Flash. His arm sucks. He can't throw the ball down the
What are you
field as
talking
far
about?
as...
He
Nope,
doesn't need
it
to.
won't
He makes a
happen.
play of it.
Won't happen.
Look at Manziel.
Oh my goodness.
In college, it doesn't matter, bro. He's not a great NFL prospect, but he can cook. in
Okay,
college.
then look
That's
at
what matters.
Jalen Daniels.
Sure.
What
I'm
are we
saying-
talking about?
I'm not calling Jalen Daniels a bum. I'm saying the O-line's
Is he,
bad.
who's about
O-line
the
is-
O line won't be bad. That's crazy.
Don't.
It's
dude,
crazy
The
that the
trenches
O-line-
really scare me, man. That's all I'm saying. Not that I will say the defensive backfield should be fine. If anything.
We have Logan
Again,
Allen.
Who told
You
me?
guys
We have
are good.
Logan Allen.
College football guy.
He was a 5-star transfer coming out of Wisconsin.
But I mean,
He didn't play last year. He redshirted.
Okay, I guess if he's coming back, we'll see how he is. There's just
He'll
a lot
come
of
back.
uncertainty with the team. That's why I have him out.
For-
Just like
for-
Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech has a lot of uncertainty to a really good offense as well. Their defense is very, but that is my
And like
third
the
team
K-State
in Virginia
Wildcats,
Tech.
they'll never do anything important.
Kyron Drones is going to be insane, and then he's probably going to go and transfer to Ohio State like every decent quarterback does, and then he's just going to be a stud in the NFL. But that will conclude my top 25. I know I've made
Finishing.
people mad here tonight.
Thank
like it
God.
always
Finishing
is.
top 25.
Finishing
Let's-
top 25, not my preseason.
Which
I
makes more
apologize.
sense because
Way
it's
more sense.
absolutely realistic for
Yes.
KU to not finish in the top 25,
Yes, I
which they
apologize.
didn't
I like their
last
It
defense.
is
season.
my. It is
Their
my
team is
finishing.
better. Their team is better now than last season's team. So if
I
they
was-
don't finish in the top 25, it is the most unbelievably
I
disappointing
took.
year.
I also want to say I took a lot of college football ranking system wise and trends along with like everything else in these rankings, and that's why I have like Memphis, Boise State, and 20 because they're going to be in that range probably at the end of the season. I have these reasons because it's like college football playoff committee. You have to think about that and how they're going to think about your schedule and wins and the players that you have. That's what I did my finished top 25 on, by the way, for my formula. And I know it's still going to make people mad, but that's what I
Sorry,
think how the
it's all
season will
clipped.
end.
We'll have the information, so
Yep.
then when
Bookmark-
he is dead
bookmark it,
wrong, we
and
can
I'll
just
100%.
tell him he's stupid and idiot,
I don't
and
know-
why
I
the
don't
hell
know
did
if
we
you've
ask
seen-
him to even be the college football
I don't
guy
know
in the
if you've
first place?
seen my
So-
top 20 quarterbacks video,
was great,
but
yeah,
I
it was
had
awesome.
about 90% of it wrong
Yeah.
and bad. So
And that's why we're the dude
we'll
in
see
sports.
how everything
Because
is.
we're not a
Even though I'm
professional.
gonna make it again.
We're not professionals because you know why we're not professionals? Because we got this great game that we're wrapping up at the very end.
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows what time it is. Here comes P4 getting locked back in, getting ready for his victory lap.
A mile ahead.
We are on Smart or Dumb. If you are new here to the channel, welcome. We love you. Thank you for stopping by. Best part of the whole show, personally, in a lot of people's opinion, we have Smart or Dumb. So what it is we've got one person that is the host. The current host right now is Mr. Howard, sir. He is going to ask the rest of us a trivia question. Okay, usually it's 5 questions, but since we're in the finale here, we are doing 10 total questions for the finale. What we're going to do is we've been keeping points for every single week. So we've done this for the past 3 weeks, and now we're here finally at the finale. The total scores right now, you have P4 way out in the lead with 10 points. You have Mr. K-Stelt here with 4, and then you've got myself, the loner, the loser, at 1. Now, after today's game, everybody knows what comes next. The loser. The winner gets to become the brand new host. If P4 gets 5 questions correct today, he is automatically the winner. Kyle and I can't catch him. But the loser gets to go over to our friendly and everybody's favorite Wheel of Punishment. He's standing right here already. Some of the things on here, just to give a little bit of a recap. Not going to go over all of them. But we've got Dude Made Sandwich. Okay, the dudes get to make you a sandwich, and you have to eat it on the live stream.
Twice. We have it. Oh,
We had that
that's
twice.
smoothie.
We've got the open mic where you have to do a 1-minute comedy segment to the whole dudes and sports community. Another one that's great is one of my personal favorites. It is live broadcasting a WNBA game for all the dudes and sports fans out there. That'll be a nice
Oh
3
my.
hours of you to be able to communicate.
That won't be bad.
There's a few of them that aren't terrible. You're 100% right. Like last week, Mr. K-Stelt, not last week, last season, K-Stelt lost and did a silent disco. That's one of the easiest ones off the board. So,
Oh yeah.
but without further ado, we got Mr. Howard, sir. He will take over the hosting responsibilities.
Yes, sir. So, I got my questions set up here. and we got a list to go. I had based it off of some stuff I've watched in the last couple of weeks, and I'm interested to see what you guys are gonna score through these last 10 questions. But we're gonna start off not in sports, but we're gonna start off in the pop culture segment for movies. And what movie I watched recently was this one. Starting off, we're gonna go with what movie for the Back to the Future trilogy starts by going into the future. What movie, Back to the Future trilogy, starts by going into the future? Trying to see for any Back to the Future remembrance.
Pull up the what, PC?
The scoreboard here.
Alrighty.
I don't cheat like you, Kyle.
Down is markers and turn around the boards or papers. We have 2, and Case Stilt says second movie, and that is all correct. So everyone gets a point on the
Awesome.
night.
Let's go.
Start
Awesome.
off. Hot
I'm
start
not
for
last.
the boys.
Yep,
But
you can't get
for-
last.
For the second one,
I've not seen
We
one
have-
of those movies.
really?
Yeah.
You just guess it?
Yeah.
That's very funny.
love
Shout out to
those
the
games.
Nike
If you didn't
sneakers.
say trilogy, I would have said like 6.
Shout out to the sneakers. That's funny. Shout out to the sneakers that Michael J. Fox wore in that second movie, by the way. The Nike kicks are sick. But second question I got goes back to sports. And we had the All-Star game a couple weeks ago. And I thought kind of going into MLB talk and everything before trade deadline and everything, kind of going and remaining on All-Star talk. What active player right now has the most All-Star appearances in the MLB?
Wow.
An active player.
No, not a clue.
Oh, fuck, man.
I have no idea.
This is a very
I
good
have
question because
no idea.
I have.
All
Kyle, what are you looking up?
Down.
Kyle's
I have.
boards
I,
around.
I swear. I
Boards
swear I'm
around.
not looking.
Pencils and boards around. Let's face the camera and see what we got. Wrong. Wrong. And all wrong. Oh my God!
Is it
You are
Chris
all
Sale?
gonna be upset. It is Mike Trout.
Oh.
You all
Really?
overthinkers. Yes, it is Mike Trout.
Oh man,
Playoff
That is
appearances
way
are not a
older
thing,
than Mike
but
Trout,
All-Star
though.
appearances.
Bryce Harper's a stupid guess.
is he?
but-
Is he active?
Mike Trout,
Is he
11.
active? Is he active?
Yes.
Is he active? Is he?
He's in the MLB.
What list is?
He's on a team.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's not active.
Jeez.
But okay.
Bro, that's overthinking it, as you said. As we go on to the third question. As we go on to the third question, we're going to keep with MLB and stick with All-Star Game talk here. I didn't really know what exactly to say for trade deadline stuff, but for the third question, as we keep on the All-Star train, we're going to put the past in the past. Where is next year's All-Star Game located? Where is the location of next year's MLB All-Star Game? Alright, markers down, pencil down, turn around. Let's see what we got here. No, Toronto and Atlanta, Georgia. Kyle is correct as a
Of course.
baseball man himself.
Of course. Of course.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw that
Of
on like
course.
an ad somewhere, and my brain just like picked it up. I was like, "Oh, Atlanta! I may use
I
this for a
think I
question one
have
day."
thought it. I said the only reason he would even
Yeah.
know this is because it would be St. Louis.
No, absolutely not. I would not know. It would shock me very much if it was in St. Louis. I may not even have it as a question. But for number 4, we're going to go away from sports back into a little pop culture movie, popular movie reference. But for number 4, for a movie I watched recently, this is one of my favorite movies actually of all time. But What's the name of the main character in The Matrix? What is the name of the main character, the protagonist? Keanu Reeves
Oh my
himself
gosh.
in Matrix.
Lawrence Fishburne.
No.
All right, pencils, markers down. Turn around the boards and paper. We got Neo, Randy. It's not Randy.
I completely
Randy?
forgot.
What the
PC.
fuck?
I
Randy's
kn-
the guy who broke the simulation. Kyle. Randy.
I completely
Mouse
That's
going up. The red pill, blue pill. Oh, I'm just a dude named Randy, man. I don't know what the fuck to do here, bro.
It's like, hey, you
I-
went to
I
apartment
didn't
want a
323,
beer.
I forgot the
right?
name.
Oh, I went to apartment 321. Found Randy.
Mr. Randy?
I did not. I knew that wasn't his name. I just forgot it, and I was like, I'm writing
Oh,
a random
gosh.
name.
That is what the main character of The Matrix is. I love Matrix. Going into 5, though, we go into what P4 was talking about a little bit, but into the
The
future,
mess.
kind of distance. We didn't talk too much about this one, so it's going to actually be a little bit potentially confusing. But what is the location of UFC 305? What is the location of UFC 305?
Wait.
I have no idea.
Wait, what card is that?
DDP and Izzy.
Oh, shit. Okay.
5 seconds.
Oh, I'm changing my answer.
Ah!
I don't know.
0. Down and turn around to see the answers.
It's not, but
Oh,
it is Perth.
Kyle.
It's 100%.
yes, Perth, Australia.
Yes!
Perth.
Let's
We'll
go!
give that to PC. You'll give that.
That was a total guess. I had no idea. I had no clue.
I was gonna
That
put down
is a
Salt
good
Lake
one.
City, but
I'm very
that's-
glad you
I
did
thought
the
it was
show.
Salt Lake
Last
City.
The last one was Salt Lake City.
Yes, the last. Yeah. Or 307 is Salt Lake City, actually.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
307.
So, going on to number 6, though, we have a little bit for the UFC 304 talk of the fight for the Brits. That's what it was in the end of it. It was a British fight over in England. But who was the first British champion before Leon Edwards in UFC history? And don't overthink this. Once again, this is not something
In
that is
England?
an insane. Yes, who was the first British champion before Leon Edwards? So England born.
Poor Kyle, man. PC has a chance,
3,
but Kyle has no
I think I
two,
know this.
1, 0.
It's
Turn
not
around.
him.
Oh, is it
He's
based-
Canadian, you fucking retard.
Gosh dang it!
Year. To Michael
Oh
Bisping. It is
my
Michael
God.
Bisping and P4S
Oh
on
my
this.
god! Oh my god!
George St.
Oh
Pierre.
my
He's a
God.
French Canadian.
I
man.
saw it!
Hey, man.
Red in the hey,
Hey,
red.
man,
Yeah.
why you talking? Why
Well,
you,
red
talk
in the
about
red in the
BJ
flag. You know,
Penn
that's
like
kind of what I
that,
thought,
If anything,
bro.
he-
Fuck!
If anything, he's French.
Gosh dang it, dude. I don't know.
Are you like stupid in your head,
I
man?
knew.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
knew it
a little
was,
bit.
John Jones. I respect John, Jones.
is
Yeah.
such a crazy name.
He's
Oh,
from
Greg
Sumter,
Hardy.
bro. Okay.
So that is what we have for questions.
That was a disrespect. I should just do that next week.
I apologize.
No.
I'm
It's anything.
so sorry.
Number 7.
GSP, I love you. I'm
Number
terrible.
Won the 1972
I'm terrible.
All-Star game.
Okay.
Number 7. What first coined the term "breakfast of champions"? What product first coined the term breakfast of champions?
This is where PC dies. I kill him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Damon make you eat this shit every day. Make your bones strong.
Down pencils and markers. Turn around the boards. Wheaties McDanks. It is Wheaties.
I had no idea.
For the
Not a clue.
answer.
Not a clue.
It would be to eat your Wheaties for breakfast of champions. I just saw that in the store the other day, and I saw, I've seen a lot of people over time
Yeah,
with
they're
that
still
cereal
updating the
box.
athletes on the cover of that box.
Yeah, it is interesting. Crazy how it's dated over the years. But
This is not looking good.
number 8, what, as everything does back in the 90s, nowadays, honestly. Number 8, what FBS school has the most consecutive losing seasons? As we go on to college football, by the way. It is an insane record is the
Consecutive
only
losing
reason I say
seasons.
this. It is like everyone else. Number 2 is this, and number 1 is like, it's pretty crazy record. Just guess a team. You know what? I'll give a hint. Because honestly, it's going to be tough. West
Yeah.
Coast. West Coast.
Really?
Yep. And now I will give an extra 15 seconds. Because, yeah, that's a tough one, I'll say.
Ah, fuck.
All right.
They're D3. Ah.
What? Don't overthink it that bad. All right.
I changed my
pencil
answer.
down. Turn it around. No, FBS.
Oh, I always mix those two
Jeez,
up, man.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
then,
at Stanford and Oregon State.
Yeah, it would've
Kyle
been
got it
Oregon
right.
I was
Kyle
thinking
got
like
it
George
right.
Fox. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
My
one.
my
Stanford,
original
and I
answer
said
was
Wisconsin.
K-State.
Yeah,
My original
Oregon
answer was
State
K-State.
has 28 consecutive losing seasons from 1971 to 1998. An insane record. But number 9, we're going to go on after that. Continuing with college football. The last college football question. What school has the longest active streak for winning seasons? FBS. FBS, by the way. What
Gotcha.
school has the longest active streak for winning seasons in FBS football?
Is this an overthinker?
I would, yeah. I would.
There's like
not
five. There's like
insane.
5 teams.
I
that
would
you could,
also, yeah. I would think a little bit out of the box. A little bit out of the box. 10 seconds. Just a tad bit. All right, markers, pencils down. Turn around the boards. Let's see what we got. Notre Dame, Bama, and what did you say? Notre Dame as well, Kyle? Yes.
Yes.
It is actually Wisconsin, and they are the only school who has 2 decades of winning seasons right now, which is kind of crazy.
That's
to think.
crazy.
Yeah, 22 consecutive winning seasons for Wisconsin. Crazy fact. But number 10, we're gonna go on to actually a movie I watched a few days ago. Another one of my favorite movies.
You watch a lot of movies, huh?
I do. I am a film guy. I'm a movie nerd. I am a nerd of camera and directing. But number 10, this is a good one from one of my movies. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Where does that line come from? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Ten-second hint. Think Denzel Washington.
Oh, now I know I got it right.
Okay. 3, 2. 0. All right, marker, pencil down, turn around the boards. What do we have? Training day. What does that say?
Remember the Titans. I'm so.
No. Howard is the worst host ever because PC does not know anything about pop culture and sports. The answer is training day, though. As I love that movie.
I fucking killed it, guys.
Yes, Sutton. That is the answer.
I did incredible.
PC for making fun of me. Unfortunately, reasonably so, because he is the L of Smarter Dumb Season 2.
Dang it!
Sorry, PC.
All right. Well, you know what? I suck at trivia.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Thank you for participating,
Spin the
fellas.
wheel.
It has been an honor.
All right.
Thank you for hosting.
Everybody knows the rules. I lost, fair and square. Shout out P4, new host next week. Hopefully we get some better questions out there. Instead of biased ass ones towards the other two
George
dudes.
St. Pierre is Canadian.
Yeah, you should have known that. You had a chance.
I
That's a
did.
bad
I
had
did.
a
I
chance.
did. I did.
Honestly, Kyle's John Jones answer is better than your George St. Pierre answer.
Bro, he won the Japanese.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever.
No, don't turn off sharing your screen.
I would just turn off sharing my screen.
No, you gotta spin the wheel.
I am spinning the wheel, pulling it up right now, genius.
He set it up so he can pick his one.
Dude, this is gonna be awful. I don't want to spin this thing. I don't. All right. I swear to God.
Shall we
I
spin it?
Swear to God.
Shall we spin it?
I swear to God.
Just once.
I know. I'm not spinning it again.
I'm late. I can't see it.
No. Oh no.
What is it? I can't
Oh no.
see it. Egg
No! Dude, are you kidding me? Egg roulette? Kyle gets to dance like an idiot on her stream, and I have to get egg flipping roulette? There are a lot of worse ones on here. I could have had open mic. I could have had the one chip challenge. I could have had. I had maybe to watch Star Wars Acolyte all the way through and made a PowerPoint about it.
No,
which
I
would
would
have
have
been
done egg
horrible.
roulette.
But egg
I would've
roulette.
done-
It is what it is.
that?
I'll explain egg roulette, how egg roulette works. Next time during the podcast, I will have 3 raw eggs next to me. I'll show them on camera and everything. Any point at the stream, okay, you get one time. You get to say egg roulette. I immediately have to smash the egg over my head and have to wear it the entire time.
Oh
Oh, I'm gonna do mine early.
You're such an asshole. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Dude,
Dude, I hope you
thing we'll
lose
never
and you
find
get something
out.
so bad. Oh my
I can't
God.
lose. I'm the host.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
Make sure you lose though.
I know. Yeah, of course. You're gonna be like biased,
It's
like
all gonna
Mr.
be
Howard is.
boxing. It's all gonna be boxing.
It's gonna be MLB question every 4 out of 5, like it was this week. And then there was nothing about basketball. And even though I said George St.
didn't
Pierre
talk
was
about
English and he's not, he's Canadian. You know what? Whatever. I'm glad you're not host anymore. I'm so happy. But anyways, I will be doing egg roulette tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week. Sorry, we're not doing it. We have real jobs in real lives. We don't get paid for any of this. So sorry, we can't do this every day. I wish. Pat
Like
McAfee,
and subscribe and wanna
CBS,
sponsor us.
CTE, ESPN.
in the future.
Anybody that wants to full-time sponsor a bunch of dorks on a podcast, more than welcome to. But other than that, like, subscribe. We'll go around the room like we always do. First, we're going to see last final thoughts from the main man from way out west, Mr. P. Force. Sir, what are your closing remarks for the people?
Great podcast, gentlemen. I'm super excited. I'm going to be your new host. Thank you to Howard for hosting this week. College football 25. EA's probably got to fix the spin move. Other than that, it's been pretty fun. Been having a good
a
time.
problem for the last 11 years or 10 years.
High school football team's looking good. I'm finally coaching that. yeah, gentlemen, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Can't wait for next episode. Like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Donate via super chat down below. Vote in the comments on something. What should they vote on the comments for? Vote in the comments on if we should double the amount of eggs PC has.
No,
to
you could.
have.
We can put it. We can put it on the. We can put it on the wheel again and double. We can put it. We can double it and put it on the wheel. But we're not doing double. We're not doing double.
It for PC.
Fine, put the poll in the chat. We're not. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing
Vote in the
that. No,
comments.
no, we're not
Someone
doing
set it
that.
up. Vote in the
No,
comments.
no, you can't just change the rules of my own game, asshole.
Vote in.
Thank God he's done. Are you done? Are you gonna do your little saying?
Goodbye, folks.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. K-Stout, sir. You snuck away with the win. You know what? You didn't choke this time. That's always a positive. But
Stay composed.
what's your final thoughts?
I didn't lose, I didn't win, but what matters the most is that I'm preparing for more wins in the future that I don't have. But at the end of the day, I got to dance, which is normal, and PC gets to throw eggs on his head, and that's funny. It's really funny.
No. It's
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. We need more viewership, and we're gonna find a way to get that to you guys to make it more acceptable to the public domain. But thanks for watching, and have a great week of sports.
Mr. Howard, sir, no camera man, looking. At least
Yep,
he's here
a
this week,
faithless
sir.
human.
What's the last
I
final
am
words?
present. I'm very glad to at least be present. I apologize that I basically made this a final exam for PC for the
I thought it was
3 to
awesome.
4 weeks I did it. P4 blast in flying colors. Kyle stay composed. PC just last second. His closer blew the save. Tough go about it. But other than that, I'm glad to be back and glad to at least talk with the boys. I apologize for my absence last week. It was very last second, so very sorry for the crowd. But I'm glad to be back, and like Kyle was saying, in a more dumber sense, I guess, we're going to have content kind of going on here hopefully soon as we get to the fall season. Like PC said, though, we have jobs, as I do. It's a busy time of the year, but I will try to get some college football stuff up, if not, like, later this year. But I'll put something on the YouTube page at least a little bit, and we'll see what we can get going. PC's always making stories and doing all sorts of that for what he can do. So we're all kind of rolling here in the Dudes in Sports, just living our lives. But we're going to try and get content to everybody as much as possible.
Yeah, 100%.
Adios, amigos.
I've been slacking a little bit on the website here. Not a lot of basketball going on. Most things I cover is basketball. I'll be starting up our preseason stuff for NFL, I would assume, here coming up, and other
Yes,
things like
definitely
that.
some NFL stuff as well.
So we'll have some of the stuff on the website. Obviously, tune in every Sunday, 9:30 Central Time, 7:30 for you Pacific Coasters out there.